following podcast contains possibly triggering material and strong language. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed are the speaker's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the Ride the Rebellion podcast and Craft Show Digital. The material and information presented here is for general information and entertainment purposes only.
We're talking about Christmas because that's what this is. Welcome to the Rebellion Ride of Podcast.
Hey, that's good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
Welcome to Ride the Rebellion Podcast. It's been a morning, folks. We started recording this episode at early.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to go through all that now. And the audio was bad. And now we're back with better audio.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it is.
And if you listen to the last episode, it was purposely shitty. I got some messages about like, hey, your guys' audio sucks and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, did you not listen to the precursor? It was on purpose.
It's on purpose.
On purpose.
All right. So this is another episode. We're probably going to talk a little bit about Jank Fest.
You're welcome.
It is what it is, folks. It's our big event of the year, you know?
But that's not it. That's not all we're going to talk about.
No. I'm your host, Drew Hall, and with me is the king. My God, dude. Let me give you guys a quick story. He's a new king. We're going to call him Abe Froman, Sausage King, because not only does Dale Boyd have an ass ton of buns that are foot-long length, he also did a fantastic job lighting sausages. He lit men's sausages, girl sausages, children's sausages.
Oh, my. I thought we moved past the sausage jokes. It was like one day. It got to the point where
We said
Drew
product.
wouldn't even say sausage anymore in front of people. It's just product.
Dude, you can't be like, we had college kids on set. It was for
Yeah,
Conecuh, for those that don't know. Conecuh sausage, new commercial. Never done one before. Never done it. Just new.
Not just Drew's never done it. Conecuh has
Yeah,
never done
Conecuh
it.
has never done it. So we got lucky to do a spot. Anyway,
Because
and we
Drew's
had, like,
done plenty
college-
of sausage. He's
I,
had plenty
all
of
kinds of sausage. I put all kinds of sausages in my mouth. And we had this, we had like these college kids, many of them female, and was like, now reach for his product. And it just got awkward at one point. You didn't probably hear this bit. You remember the last scene where the glitch happened, but the last scene, the one right before that, where the camera was low on the grill, the dude's crotch kept getting closer and closer. And so I was over with the agency and the monitor, and I was like, guys, I got to reshoot this. They're like, oh, what's wrong? I was like, we have the wrong sausage.
Oh, God.
And it was just a picture of this dude's crotch. Anyway.
And at that point, everybody was ready to
we were
the
tired.
smell of Conecuh
I was
just
done.
wafting through the house. all
My
day.
house on Sunday smelled like it as I pre-cooked all it. So he's a king of the South Alabama bun sausage deal.
You'll get the bun. Why I have so many buns pretty soon.
Hunt.
That
Baby's got back.
yeah.
Daly's got back.
My buns can bring all the boys to the yard or something.
All right, so we're going to talk a little about Jank Fest, and we're going to talk about our favorite moments, because you know what? Here's the craziest part. We're both going to tell you our favorite moment in a story of this podcast, and here's why. Because, folks, all of you at home have contributed to us reaching over 100 episodes. Now, it's not our 4-year anniversary. We looked it up.
Yeah, it's close.
That's in February.
Yeah, but we wanted to do the 100 episode thing since none of you all reminded us that it was our 100th episode. I just equate that from no one that listens to this can count that high.
Fair enough. I mean, your mom probably could, but she's like,
Nah.
she's probably heard all the outtake ones.
She
too.
don't even have a calculator. She's got one of those bean things. You just slide it and doesn't go to 100.
Abacus.
Is that what it is? I don't know.
Isn't she in accounting?
No.
Oh, I thought or logistics.
No.
Isn't she a CEO or executive level though?
Yeah. But
She's got more than a bean counter.
she's probably got somebody that does it for her.
And they're probably Hispanic.
Actually,
Hey! That was a bean
one
counter
thing I
joke.
have inherited, if not many things from my mother, is she is I'll do it myself before I ask for help.
We've
person.
learned.
Yeah. So she's probably doesn't have anybody that does it for her. She would rather stress out about it, do it herself.
Fair enough. I
Mm-hmm.
get it. All right, so let's talk about Jank Fest. Let's talk about that we went into this Jank Fest with a 50-50 record. And what I mean by that is Jank Fest 1 was a soggy event.
Fair.
Jank Fest 2 was a sweaty event.
And it got cold at night.
And it got very cold at night. Yeah, but it was beautiful.
Yeah, during the day.
Dale, how would you describe Jank Fest 3?
The stress level of the rain and then the small amount of rain we got, like the stress was so high, and then the rain was only during the race.
Yeah, of course.
That's it.
Yeah.
The rest of the time it was actually nice. It was pleasant.
It was
It
very
was surprising.
pleasant. Except Sunday morning.
However, the rain forecasted was 100% both days, like all day rain.
Yeah.
It was crazy how it just didn't happen.
It just didn't. And even Friday going into Saturday, we were like, Friday night was like, well, it's going to be washed out. And
Yeah.
Nope.
No, it
Like
was
we didn't do a night jump because we were like, it's going to rain. There's no
Yeah.
reason. And then all of a sudden it didn't matter because people were already having a good time.
Yeah, the night jumps kind of happened inadvertently anyway.
Yes, they did. So anyway, Jank Fest 3 is in the books, and it was look, they're all different. They're always going to be different. That's the thing about Jank Fest that makes it unique, is that if you think you've been to a Jank Fest before, then you probably have not been to this one, because every single one of them is different. I feel like we really blew it out this year in terms of like a lot of good stuff. There's some things we always talk about what we learned from it. We don't need to talk about that necessarily on the show, but one thing that I'll laugh at is we were so confident of rain that we didn't really plan for having a race.
I had no intentions of the race happening.
None.
Like I didn't tape it. I didn't have the timing set up. I didn't do anything for it because I was like, oh, it's going to rain. We're just going to hang out in tents and it'll be what it is.
It is what it is. We had our furthest participant in Jank Fest.
That's right.
With shout out to Kyle Butcher. Kyle made some.
Yeah,
cool
Kyle
stuff.
made these sweet 3D printed challenge coins. They're pretty
Yeah.
sweet. So anybody that was there got them. They say Jank Fest on them. They're gears, little tiny gears. Pretty
Yeah.
cool. Pretty rad. Thanks, Kyle.
hand painted the Jank.
Yeah, that's even sweeter.
But yeah, Kyle came all the way from New Brunswick, Georgia. No, maybe somewhere near Jacksonville.
8 hours.
It was an 8-hour drive. And
Yeah,
the time shift.
8 hours. Yeah.
And Kyle camped
Camp.
because he's a camper.
Yeah, he trooped it out with us.
He did. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say aside from like it was oddly more communal. It actually felt to me, and we haven't talked about this, I felt like Jank Fest 1 and the pictures in the bathroom. I like to take a shit and look at Chase. But the Jank Fest 1 was very, very janky, but it was also very, very, very communal.
Mhm.
And it was weird and nobody knew what was happening. And then Jank Fest 2 was much more organized, and it felt kind of like as a follow-up album. It's like Weezer's Blue album comes out and you're like out of the blue and you don't know. And then Pinkerton comes out and you're like, this is kind of like produced and weird, like the first one. And then Jank Fest 3 comes along, and to me, it felt more like Jank Fest 1,
Yeah.
not just because of the weather, just because it was way more communal, and the people that were there were all part of the squad of people, and we'd had some new faces. There was a lot of new faces, and we got to shout out a lot of people. But what is your take on it now, looking back?
I mean, we hadn't had that discussion about that take, but I think that that's pretty accurate. I think that like maybe the lack of like we were totally prepared prior to the rain development, but like the lack of it kind of made it a little more like it was taped great. I think no one had any issues with the tape.
Off track.
But like other than that, it was kind of just like there wasn't planned events the whole time. It was kind of like, hey, just do whatever you want to do. We're going to be right here. There's like 3 tents. We're going to package in.
Which was exactly how Jank Fest 1 was.
Correct.
And which is what captured something of like, hey guys, this is really just a hang in the woods. And we say that all the time, but 2, I think like we had just in pre-pro for 2, we had like literally a tear sheet that we all went down. We all did this tremendous amount of work. This particular Jank Fest, it was all Dale.
Yeah, it was
we had some helpers.
My mom's that was my mom's disease,
but it was majority Dale. And he had stuff that he like Primal, for those that have ridden, didn't come to Jank Fest, has been reformed. A bunch of trails got reformed, new stuff got added, things got fixed. But it wasn't like Jank Fest 2 where we were like pushing it. The jump line. What was interesting is because of the weather, the jump line I thought was going to be the centerpiece, and it was the centerpiece for hanging out.
Yeah,
but it was not
no one
used
rode
until
it.
Saturday night.
Right, Saturday it got on fire, but it was Yeah, there's this thing. So my wife and I used to have an ugly sweater party in December of every year back in Ohio when we lived there. And the first year was nuts. Like straight up woke up and I had to use a putty knife to get Jello shots off my wooden floor. Like it
Oh my
was
God.
frat house, like wild. And at that point, none of us had kids. We're all in our mid 20s. It was all couples, and we played beer pong and we stayed up late and played rock band or whatever. Went to the bar. It was crazy. The next year, it got toned down because people started having kids. We ended up just playing Cards Against Humanity, and we always had this talk like all year of like this ugly sweater party. And I've told Casey, I was like, we cannot let this die. Like the mood this year was kind of like we're just living off of the wave of the first year. So literally the next year, everybody was like, we got babysitters. Like everybody
Yeah.
was lined up for the it was super rowdy again. Like, and it seemed like it just brought the energy back. And I think that that's kind of what happened is we thought, oh, wait, we should do this for the second year. We should do that for the second year. We should make it better from the first. And then it was like, no, we want the rawness of the first year.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the same feeling of we had to go back to like, why did everybody want to come in the first place?
No, 100%.
And it's like that drug, you're living off that first high. And I think that this year it brought back the first high. There was some new blood there. There were some new folks that were bringing new energy. There were the old time dudes that are like, hey, dude, we've been here since day one.
Yeah.
Like, and then there was like Toby, shout out Toby for coming in sick
Yeah.
and just showing up just because he had to be there and he wanted to be there. He came in late Saturday afternoon, brought some great food, and like he just wanted to be a part of it because he knows how special it is. And Eric drove from Birmingham.
Same day.
Yeah, got there at 6 a.m., so had to leave at 2 or 3 a.m. and then left again that day. But he knows how he wanted to be a part of it, and I thank you for those dudes. That's a long drive. I'm not doing that shit for y'all. So
I mean, it's crazy. And also, just so the previous episode, I called out Dale having never had boudin and pralines.
Oh
Good
yeah,
God. Toby brought pralines. Did you ever taste one?
yeah. I ate all of it.
It was 100% sugar. Like it was, they're always 100%, but there was something more sugar. I don't know if it's from Louisiana cane. I have no idea, but it was, they were so good.
Yeah,
I had like
really
a quarter. There was a guy there and I don't know who it was because there was a lot of people I'd not met.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey man, I got your meal prep done. And he would just take a block because they came in the blocks. No joke. I'm showing you guys. They were like 4x4 squares,
Yeah, they
like
were.
4-inch by 4-inch squares. And he was like, all right, here's 1,000 calories. Here's 1,000 calories. Here's 1,000 calories. I was like, yes, meal prep done.
Thank you.
But it was that kind of stuff. We changed up. We made the menu very simple. Of course, we had taco pizza on Friday. That never changes. It was ridiculous. The boxes then were later set on fire Saturday night for.
We had to get rid of them. I sent the video, so I'm sure most of you have seen the video of Jude jumping the fire and Joe with the lighter fluid into the fire right before he jumps it. And my wife was like, "Is that you?" And I was like, "No, it was my idea though." She's like, "God, that's so dumb. Like you guys are idiots." So she was proud.
Yeah. And then we changed it up for our family meal, as we call it, like after the post race meal. We had been doing we got more and more complex with barbecue. We were really simple, and it was a great idea, and they ended up being very delicious. So shout out to Tony, our good friend over at Bob's Downtown Diner, who ordered foot-long hot dogs,
120 of them,
120 feet of hot dogs, in addition to 120 plus feet because they're a little more than a foot of buns. 120 buns.
Yeah, I ended up with at my house. Like my kids are like, we don't want any. Like I use the buns to make like pizzas. Like I just didn't want them to go to waste, and there's just so many buns left over, and I don't know how that math.
What did you freeze the hot dogs?
Yeah, there wasn't very many.
Oh, okay, so we did okay on that.
Yeah, somehow the math didn't math. I don't know.
I don't know what we did. Okay, so we had more buns than
correct.
dogs.
Yeah.
Well, that's normally what you want.
Yeah, right.
You don't want to have a sausage party.
Yeah, I just remember seeing a bunch of dudes carrying around footlongs in the evening after they cooked them again, just eating them with no buns. And I'm like, guys, eat the fucking buns. Eat the buns.
All the keto bros are like, man, I could eat as many hot dogs as I want.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. Obviously, we had like beverages were flowing. Normal stuff. Like it is always.
Had some guitar playing. Todd brought out some guitar, and then Peter, first timer, new mountain biker, joining the community. He jumped in on the guitar for a while, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was just a cool like environment. You
It
know,
was.
like I didn't see anybody on their phones all weekend. It's just that primal thing we all are
I have no video.
yearn for.
I have nothing.
I got some. I got home on Sunday and I was like, dang, I only recorded like 8 videos all weekend. And most of the stuff, we have a lot of stuff, but there's really not that much different. You know, like no one videoed that much.
No.
And I'm actually happy about that.
My face hurt quite a few times from
Oh,
laughing
man,
so
the
hard.
laughter.
I mean, it was just families came out. Todd's wife and his kid came out. His giant son.
Yeah.
The kid's like he needs to be a pro wrestler.
Yeah, it was just a giant family reunion, I think.
It was
and
great.
I think that greatest thing about it is, and shout out to all of you and everybody that came, no one bitched about the rain.
Nope.
No one said anything about it. No
Nope.
one was like, it's raining, I don't want to do this. They sat in the rain and raced.
Yep.
I stood under an umbrella and was content.
Yep.
And it worked out. Like, it's just not, and I mean, it's funny because I thought about this. I didn't tell you this yet, but I thought about this when we were doing the race and I got a little pissy with you on the phone. It's like, oh wait, I'm director right now and Drew is me. Like, it's the roles reversed.
Yeah.
And it wasn't mad. Like, he didn't get mad. I didn't get mad. It's just
pissy. I don't.
yeah. It's like we're just trying to work this out and keep everybody happy, and it worked out. It was fine, but it was like I was just frustrated with the situation.
Of course.
But yeah, I was like, wait, I'm the director.
So I will say this: one of the biggest shocking takeaways, the Reb Rake did move to a new home.
Did definitely.
Kevin Black was beaten.
Mm-hmm.
Toby didn't race because he wasn't there. Kevin was beaten, and the Reb Rake went to Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas.
Lucas's time.
Uh-huh.
You wanna make a little comment on this because it was obnoxious.
It was way faster than everyone else, and there was e-bikes racing him.
Yeah,
and the e-bikes didn't beat.
It was the John Henry story, except his heart didn't explode.
Yeah, it should
like
have.
He smashed everybody, and they were. And what was great is like every style of rider from like Kyle, who is again he's in Jacksonville, as flat as can be. Kyle raced, everybody, Kerry raced, everybody was there having a good time. Then the Daco crew was there filming all kinds of who knows what all crap those guys got on camera. That's where all the footage is on that. So you'll have to wait for that documentary to come out in 12 years.
I told him I told Thorne, I said, just let 50 Cent know it's going to be good when you sell to him. 50 Cent can do it just like he did P. Diddy's.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fine.
They got paid though.
Yeah, that's genius.
Well, we traded with them. But anyway, so it was a really good time. And I think it's one of those things of like, look, everybody can have a Jank Fest. I think would be amazing to start seeing them pop up all over the country. The other thing I wanted to shout out is like I get there on I think it was Saturday morning, and there's Scotty, who's one of the great veteran riders and just a wonderful human being. I spent a lot of time with him, and we talked about life. The crazy part is some of the guys that are a little bit older, and I'm not age shaming or dogging anybody, but Scotty was like giving me life advice in a good way. It wasn't like shitty unsolicited advice. Like he legitimately was like, I asked him questions and he would tell me stuff, not just about biking, literally about life. But then Scotty, when I get there on Saturday, he walks over and he's got these, he custom made these. So if you were there, you got this. Yeah. He made, for those in the audio only land, he made these like these beautiful Huggies that are just ours. And we didn't give him the logo. So he pirated the logo to do it. And then Kyle made the challenge coins. And it was just one of those things of like all of that. And then shout out to Josh for, my God, the biggest pain of Jank Fest there's two. One is cooking, and one is then what do you do with all the trash? And Josh like came through like a monster and really just bailed us out. And his wife made these beans that were ridiculous.
I didn't get them.
Then it went full Mongo at the campfire.
Yeah,
that's a movie reference.
I forgot to eat while everyone was eating. I was like, oh wait, I haven't eaten. I don't know what I was doing while everybody was eating, but
I think you were being a gummy bear.
I might have been doing the timing stuff in the trailer. I think that's what I was doing. Yeah. I was in the official race trailer.
We had a race trailer. That was the only upgrade from the show.
Yeah, the upgrade. It actually worked out great for us.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot of people to thank, but if you were there, thank you for showing up. If you supported this show or any part of the Jank Fest side of things, whether it's through I spit my dip out, whether it's through being there physically or actually just listening, we thank you guys very much. And it's wild to think back that this dumb idea has turned into something that everybody looks forward to. This year was low stress aside from the weather. Like Dale and I, aside from the races, are always going to have some, but
Mhm.
we had fun the entire time, and it turned out to be it was just a real blessing. So
I
thank you
think
guys.
most importantly, like guys, these dudes that showed up, they all have their own place to ride, and they all have built this place for themselves to ride. So for them to come and support us, I want everybody that's listening, please go support them. Like,
Absolutely.
Toby came from Bogue Chitto. Jody was there all weekend working on everybody's bikes.
Fix my bike.
He fixed everybody's bikes. He fixed Pat's generator and got soaking wet. So Jody at Build 2 Ride and Stockyard, like, please support him. Like
100%.
there's no reason why you wouldn't. Joseph from Pro Cycle, he came out Friday night and hung out. He's got a business to run, so we get it. He can't be a shitbag in the woods with us all
The
weekend.
best part about Joseph is like he is the most unassuming looking mountain biker, but he is a monster.
Yeah, right.
But he's also one of the funniest human beings you'll ever
he's
meet.
hilarious.
And shout out to Pro Cycle. Look, we had Toby there, we had Jody there, we had Pro Cycle there, and those are all factions of groups. But then inside of it, you have people from Norba, you have people from whatever the middle Alabama,
Bramba. I think they call it Bramba from Baton Rouge. There was a large contingent of them there.
Yeah.
We
met a
had
guy,
the SMTA guy, which
Yep.
is Scotty, you
Yep.
know, from Mississippi. So if you're in Hattiesburg or that area, you're
Yeah.
going to ride a trail Scotty built.
100%. I met new people, had great conversations, amazing times. Do you have a highlight? You have a favorite moment from Jankfest?
I mean, it was just so much. It was like on Monday, you just sat down and you're like, I'm back in society. And actually, I text some of the dudes that I was hung out with at the fire, maybe in the group message, I don't know, but I said, literally like reintegrating into society this morning, driving my car. I was like, this sucks. I hate people. Like, I just want to go back to the woods. Like, it was so much better.
It's easy. Like bring on the what is that? Whatever, not a nuclear bomb, but what is that? EMP. Bring on the EMP because we'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
We have foot long hot dog buns.
The only thing I
live
did
off those.
The only thing I did tell Pat is I want to travel to all those places that we mentioned and hang out with those dudes, but I'm done camping for a while. Like, let's get an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Like, after we spend all this money, we figure out like, damn, it's probably just Airbnb cost, like camping food and all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to going to the Stockyard. I have to actually coordinate with Jody. He's doing an upgrade on my bike, and so I'm going to try and take, if I get time off. Who knows? It's been a weird year, but I was going to see if we can schedule it on a day that both wives are off. Maybe we'll zip up there. If we decide to go up there, maybe we'll post it public and see if it'll be in between Christmas.
And Jody has dirt church every Sunday morning too, so
we can do that too.
If you are in the area,
you
want to hit up a dirt church at Jody's.
There you go.
It's a great place to do it.
So shout out to everybody that came and contributed. Thank you very much. Let's talk about, why'd you stand up, Birdie? There's nothing I said that said anything that sounded like that rhymes with the word talk.
Birdie's the dog, by the way.
Birdie's my dog. You might
If
be
I
able to
stood
see
up, it'd be
part
random.
of her head and her nose right there if
There
you're
you
watching.
go.
Let's talk about our favorite. Like, think back on this. Like, we've been doing this for almost 4 years. It's coming up on 100 episodes.
It's crazy.
There's so many things that have gone right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many great moments. There's a horrific Jody episode that I wish I wouldn't have gone wrong because the audio is just so bad. There's never been really a canceled one. There's been a couple censored moments.
I feel like there's been like my opinion has changed about things and topics, like what it started with, and how like we've had podcasts where I've given my opinion about a mountain bike related thing, and I'm sure we've had another episode where my opinion was totally different.
Yeah,
about the same topic.
Yep.
I mean, 4 years, dude. We're graduating college as a podcast.
I know. We've made it. I don't know if I go through the list of it, I think back to the first years a lot. I think back to some of the moments. I think it was there's very personal things that some people won't understand. They'll only be for really just for me, but like Carrie being on the show, how nervous she was, that conversation. But the fact that she was on the show is very personal to me because back then Carrie hated me, and I feel like I won her over eventually.
I think it was us. I think she wanted to be on here in spite of us.
Yeah. There was a classic statement. I won't say who made it, who stated, but all you guys do is rake and ride. And it's like, okay. Come now and see what it is.
Right.
Birdie's like, I will find someone to pet me. I don't know. There's a lot, but the one that I go back to that I laugh about the most, time and time again, is Bug
Oh god,
orange VHS tapes.
So like the Bug,
sucking on them. I'm not going to finish the rest of
Yeah.
it. You got to go listen to that episode. There's no video for it, but if you've never heard the Bug episode, it is one of the only censored episodes that exist because it got way off track.
and I
Way
think that's
off
why
track.
we love it. Like
Yeah.
it was so raw and
It was
real,
so
and
raw.
it was not supposed to happen. Like we had another guest lined up,
Yep.
situation happened. Bug did the pivot, and he showed up and took care of it right away for us. So we miss Bug. He's not a cyclist anymore. So
Nope, he's out of
he
the
got
game.
grounded from us
Yeah, he
for
got
life.
married and
He got
grounded.
married and
Yeah.
grounded.
Yeah, that was the Bug one stands out pretty strong. That's one of my all-time favorites. The Escape Collective interview is one of
that's
my
really
favorites. And then, we tried some other stuff, and I still think we'll explore the path of just like finding other people to talk about stuff that we think is relevant to life, not just cycling. Cause I mean, again, we ride bikes, but like 90% of what we do is about stuff, about life stuff. When I was able to interview a podcast I still very much love, that was based on a trail that I built, interviewed the lady that hosts that podcast. That was a big deal to me, just because, I mean, I've listened to her voice for 2 years. I've built 2 trails exclusively listening to that podcast on purpose. And so like to hear and meet her and hear her conversations and some of the stuff she said, that's a wild one. There's a kid that worked for Fox that no longer works at Fox. That was a wild one.
We've outlasted him at
We
Fox.
sure have. Yeah.
Is
There's
that,
been all kinds. What about you? Where you
do we
line up?
even know what the most listened to or watched episode is? It's probably
It's either Nixon or
Yeah,
the
Nixon.
kid from Fox.
yeah, Nixon, I think.
Any Nixon episode is good, but those
Yeah.
you should know that already.
We still love Nixon. We don't shout him out as much as we should, and we definitely haven't been there to ride with him.
I know that has to happen.
I
In
know.
2026, Nixon is a goal.
Nixon, we don't ever go east. That's the
I
problem.
know.
We go west or
Because
north.
flat.
I know. We'll be
You've
there.
ridden Cole's ride or whatever.
Tom Brown Park.
Tom Brown Park. That's it.
Yeah. I like it. It's
I
cool.
almost said Kohler. I was like, that's not correct.
Yeah, we definitely need to do that. We've said it on this episode or the podcast a million times. But I think some of my highlights maybe weren't on the podcast. As everybody knows, like in the beginning, I told everyone. Literally, I told so many people that I would walk to groups of people and that people would now they say, hey, do you know he has a podcast? And actually, it doesn't happen that much anymore. Now people just know. And it's like, I literally spent like the first 2 years just saying, hey, we have a podcast. We have
Yeah,
a
it's
podcast. We have a podcast to annoyance to most people. And I don't really care because it is what it is. But that happened off. And now we even had signs at one race that said like, hey, do you know Dale has a podcast? Like, and
Yeah.
I made the sign to make a joke of myself. Self-deprecating humor is the best, right?
Yep.
But I think some of the other stuff, like the people that we've gotten to meet because of it, has been pretty sweet. And
Yeah.
we've gotten to meet people that we haven't gotten to interview. Like we met a dude at Southern Miss that was the helmet tech.
I
Like
still want that guy.
he does helmet.
He's the advisor for the
right.
West Virginia or
Yeah,
Virginia Tech
Virginia,
or whoever does
yeah.
it, the helmet thing. Like,
Yeah, like he's if you get in a car accident, he's going to court to help you with a helmet situation, or like he's a leading expert in helmet technology. So like we got to meet that dude. We've gotten to meet so many random people that the podcast has opened up weird doors for us. Obviously not always monetarily, but doors nonetheless. What I think that one of the funniest things that happened, and so we're riding, Todd and I are riding at Bogue Chitto, and there's like a trail that goes right next to the parking lot, and there's these dudes that are getting their stuff on in the car, and one of the dudes, you can hear them talking to each other, and one of the dudes was like, hey man, hey, it's that dude from the podcast. Like hit his buddy, was like, hey, it's that guy from that podcast. And Todd heard him too, and Todd yells back, it's not that big of a fucking deal, like just screams it. And I just lost it. Like I just couldn't stop laughing. But it was like, later in the day we met those guys and they're like, hey, it's cool. And Todd's like, I was just playing. It is kind of a big deal. And so it was just funny. It was like, hey, this is who we are. This is who we are outside of here. This is who we are here.
Right.
It also is weird for me. You've been in the movie world. You've done the red carpet thing. Like you've done like people know who you are that you don't know. Besides sports, like it never happened to me. And so like now showing up to places and people knowing my whole life story or like knowing who I am.
Yeah.
I think it was Todd. The same thing happened. A guy showed up to one of our group rides And like I get out of the car and he's like, Dale, what's up? Like we're best friends. Like we know, he knows Bug, he knows everybody. And he's like going through the whole thing. And like during the whole ride, he's like commenting on us like we're best friends. Like we've all known each other the whole time, to the point we stopped once on the ride and the dude says something again. And Todd goes, bro, he's married to a woman. Like it must have just been that weird. I've never seen that guy again. And shout out if you're still listening. I love you. Come ride with us.
Yeah, come
I'm
on.
still married, but you can
Still
come ride
married,
with us.
but he has a lot of hot dog buns.
I do have a lot of hot dog bun. But
Yeah,
that
it
kind of
is
stuff.
interesting, like just seeing some of that stuff. And again, the podcast led to Jank Fest, and I mean the Reb was there, and but
Mhm.
the podcast definitely pushed us towards it even further. And I think the people that we met from the Reb led it, and the podcast has helped facilitate it. But I think the biggest takeaway is what we've talked about a million times on the show about community. The craziest things to me are like, just again, Jank Fest 3 is a prime example. We literally had a rep from almost every single part of the Southeast there,
Mhm.
right? We had the Birmingham group, we had the Baton Rouge group, we had like all the way to the Florida group. We're across that little board of stuff. We had Georgia people. It's just a matter of like people showed up and did that thing. That doesn't happen without little reinforcement from the pod, and then having people on the pod to tell their stories or
Mhm.
talk about their different perspectives or help educate it and help push things along. Like even episodes like Amber's pretty high on the list too. Amber did really well, Duck's wife, and even her episode helped motivate other people. And then I heard someone say, oh, I listened to it, so we're going to try, and it was another woman, but they're going to try and help sponsor or do something. So like just being able to communicate that info out, it does help on that side of it. And look, it's like we're a hub, if you will, of radio station, or like a radio station or a hub of communication. Like if it comes into us and we can help push it back out further, then that's what we should do. We boost the signal. And I think that's the best part about the podcast overall.
Some of the funniest things about the podcast though is like people always ask us, well, you guys have this all written down. I'm like, no,
No.
we sat down, like Drew will start it and we don't even know what we're talking about a lot of
No.
times. It's just a organic conversation. Like it's sometimes it turns into just jambalaya, if you will.
Absolutely.
That's another
I mean, if you go
sausage
back and
reference.
listen to Dale's early episodes to
Oh,
where
man,
he
I
is
was
now, like
struggling.
his comfort with the microphone and
Yeah.
all this stuff.
Well, now it's almost too comfortable because I forget that like this actually is getting like recorded.
Yeah.
And you never
Yeah.
know. And
I
I'm-
think I might have said, I did censor myself once. I do take that back. There was something I said that was
you
really
own a
funny,
business. It's like-
but it was in the wrong. If someone just took that soundbite
Yeah,
like
yeah.
people do, it could have really been bad. So I cut it out. I don't
Yeah.
remember exactly what I said. I'm not going to say it again.
We're actually, you guys don't know this, but we're actually doing this and recording all of our words so the AI can have us talk for people someday. Like
That-
we'll never die.
There's plenty enough. Yeah.
Yeah, they can use all of our.
Well, I attempted to have it reconstructed. We have enough audio and enough
Yeah.
words for it to actually reconstruct, and I could AI our podcast. And I was like, I
oh
attempted.
yeah, that was. If you guys didn't know that one, the Jank Fest weekend was our first
yeah.
podcast that we missed that we didn't record a podcast.
No, only on Spotify.
Oh right,
Because it was on YouTube.
okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
only on Spotify.
nixed it.
So like Drew spent a week and he kept sending me all these different options. It was like his obsession for the week was AI music.
Yeah.
And he created songs for everybody associated with the rebellion.
Right.
And it was 45 minutes. Is it
Yeah.
45
Yeah, it's
minutes?
45 minutes.
So if
it's
you
a
had-
musical. is
It's a
what we said.
musical. Yeah.
Because
It's
at the
awesome.
end, there is literally a musical number,
it's crazy.
like High School Musical bad.
So that was our podcast episode last time.
Yeah.
But it
So
was-
if you want to hear that one,
Yeah, you gotta go to
unfortunately,
YouTube.
Spotify said it was too much music and it can't be in a podcast, which I don't understand. But they basically nixed it.
So we
they
can't sing this whole podcast.
No, you cannot.
Dang.
You cannot. So it's available on YouTube. It went up for like 5 seconds on Spotify before they ripped it, but like it is available on YouTube. We have not missed an episode yet. It is available on YouTube. You can go listen to it there if you want to see it. If you just go to our YouTube channel, you can find the Jank Fest episode.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's the growth that both of us have gotten through this.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's nuts. Like we've changed offices. We've recorded in a bunch of different places. A lot actually.
Yep.
When you look back and think about all the different places. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that's crazy. We ran for president once.
Yep.
That might happen again.
We used to sit over there.
Yeah.
Like it's just in the same space.
Yeah, it's just but it's been a fun road. It's not over, obviously, but we don't know what route the road takes. And I mean, we learned that like our fan base is mountain bike fans. Like they like mountain bike content, and for some reason they like hearing it from us, which I don't get because we're just making it up.
Somebody at Jank Fest was saying something to me about like fixing something. I was like, have you ever heard, that I'm on a podcast, right? Have you ever listened to the podcast? I know jack diddle shit about bike stuff.
That's right.
I can't fix squat. You know why? Because I have a Jody.
That's right. We have a Jody.
When you have a Jody, you got a Brody. I don't know what that means.
And there's a lot of stuff, like we've had past guests that have also grown.
Yep.
We can bring them back on, and that could be what we do next year, if we have time for any of it. But bringing some of those people back on, like Jody's done some crazy stuff recently, and that'll be coming out soon. And then, like different people have changed. Toby's obviously always changing. We need to still have Steve again on, I think. Yep. Steve would be awesome, just the trail builder side of it. Because we get the Toby side, which is the corporate side, and if we get the Steve side, which could be really cool with the trail builder side, but his life has changed a lot. Everybody's lives has kind of grown in different ways, and I don't know. There's a lot of relationships that I've developed, maybe because of the podcast or through the podcast. Or what's funny is our friends don't listen to the podcast, so we can talk all the shit we want.
100%.
But now that the people that do listen to the podcast that are outside of our local friend network that are now our friends have jokes with us too. It's even better, like shout out Chris and Joe. Like you guys bring my energy back up because you guys are always energetic about mountain biking, and you guys live in Baton freaking Rouge. Like there's nothing to do over there. Yeah. But find random houses with,
I was about to say, that's one of those
that will Jank Fest moment.
That was a Jank Fest moment for sure. So I guess going forward, we always say this kind of stuff like, what do you want to hear? But you guys never answer us on that side of it. So I guess you like what we're doing. So we're just going to keep doing whatever the fuck we want.
That is one thing I've learned about you all as listeners is you guys have got to be the most illiterate on a computer I've ever met. Like not illiterate, but like every other podcast, it could be the shittiest podcast. My wife listens to the shittiest podcasts. One of them is the Playboy Bunny Girls, just going through all the episodes.
Oh yeah.
Like what? But their comment board is ridiculous. Obviously, they're Playboy bunnies.
Yeah.
So I get it. We're clearly not.
Yeah. We're Playgirl.
We're going to go on a new diet day. Maybe we will be. But they it's New Year, New You.
No.
So but their comments are crazy. We don't ever get comments. And then I never know who listens. And then I go out in public and they're like, dude, that was a great episode. Like, comment that, please.
I like
it helps.
Chris is the king of sending us to like you guys really fucked that one.
Yeah,
up,
Chris Pennington.
Yeah, Chris
is the back door. Like he wants to find something bad on every episode. I love it.
He finds good zingers. That's
great. But I think that like if you guys, the only thing you could do to help us is just comment and share and like and do all that stuff with our actual episode posts, because that helps us. Yeah. And if you haven't learned about Drew and I, anything that we've gotten from this podcast, we've given back to everybody 100%. Else. Like we haven't kept anything except for the travel. That was
and hot dog buns.
We can't. Yeah, and I kept the hot dog. But it's just the travel stuff we can't. We'll take that.
Yeah.
But the like things we've given away.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So the more we get, the more you get. So.
Yeah. So with that, we're gonna give this one-off hat that we have right here. We have this one-off hat. There's a one-off hat.
You can either wear it. You can put it on your shelf as memorabilia.
But it's a one-off.
And we might autograph it.
Yeah, we'll autograph it. I think
we'll autograph on the inside of it.
Yeah, like sports stars used to do.
Yeah, so you can still wear it in public.
In Publix.
But look, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a nice
one-off hat. There you go.
Hat.
You can have a hat. So if you want this hat, I think you just spam the comments with hat. Yeah. And we'll just pick a name.
Tell us why you deserve it.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That's good. Yeah, tell us.
Yeah,
tell us why.
We're going to get a bunch of bald people.
It's going to be awesome. And you can do it anywhere. Just do it.
Yeah.
I can find that. Just comment somewhere.
Spam the comments.
Yeah.
Next episode, we'll give it away.
If I don't find it.
It cost us money to give you this hat. We made the hat. We bought the hat. We bought the hat, made the hat, or Dale did all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to put it in a box and ship it to you. It's going to cost us.
Right. And if you do comment somewhere and I don't find it, then you should probably comment on the post of the podcast.
Yeah. Maybe we'll throw in. Do we have a spare Scotty made?
Yeah, we can throw in a koozie. You're not going to get a Jank Fest shirt if you weren't there, but
yeah,
we'll throw in this too. We'll throw in both of these.
Yeah, we'll give these 2 items. So now you can pretend like you were there and lie to your friends.
Yeah, somebody asked, somebody wanted a shirt, commented, and I said, no, you can't have a shirt. And somebody else was like, that's cold. I'm like, no, it's not. The shirt tells a story. And if you weren't there, you don't know the story.
Yeah, that's exactly. It was fun this year to see like day one, some guys had like the OG shirt. Day two, they wore the next year
flexing.
shirt. Day three, yeah, they were flexing. I was like, yeah, boy.
The Jank Fest flex.
Yeah.
Who knew that was a thing?
No.
I'll take it though.
Yeah, it's good.
It is even better. You know, somebody told me I didn't know this person, and I saw them at a bike event in Birmingham, and they had a Jank Fest shirt on, and I had a Jank Fest shirt on, and now they're good friends. Like that kind of stuff is cool to me.
Yeah, it is very cool. All right, well, that's going to do it. Merry Christmas, because this episode drops and it'll be Christmas time. So Merry Christmas to you and Happy Holidays. It's the end of Hanukkah. We're not
I was
there
going to
yet.
tell you Happy Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
I just wanted you to hear it like through the tunnel version. Happy Hanukkah.
Got it. It was the echo.
It's not as good when I have to explain it.
I thought you were trying to do, because we know you can't really sing. And
That's right.
I thought you were trying to do the Hanukkah song and that you just didn't know the rhythm of it.
Well, that too. Yeah.
Let's play harmonica.
Yeah.
It's time to celebrate Hanukkah.
Last thing I did. So one of the employee at my kid's school, at my son's school, looks like a goat to me. Like he's an old man, like he's a principal. I feel like they brought him out of retirement just to whip some kids into shape. And so I always say, you guys, there's the GOAT. Well, they think I'm saying it's the GOAT, like greatest of all time, which I'm cool with. Like, let's just keep it there, you know? Yeah. And so, because I pick up Ronan and his best friend at school, and we're riding in the car, and I was like, wait a minute, you guys have never heard the GOAT from Adam Sandler, have you?
Oh, my God.
And they were like, no, we've never heard that. What is it? And I put it on. I forgot how raw it is.
Yeah.
And about 3 minutes in, I was like, okay, I think that's good.
Yeah, that's good enough. It was perfect young boy humor there.
Absolutely. I heard it when I was their age.
Yeah.
That's when it came out.
100%. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Ride the Veteran Podcast. Just remember what Dale Boyd says.
I probably already told you. I'll tell you again in 5 minutes. Sure.
That is the best answer you've ever given.